Hello, this is Nathan, and I am back with you with a slightly different sort of email scam today. Let's take a look at this message. So we look at this thing, United Healthcare, your opinion is important to us. Okay, so they're going to want us to do some sort of survey. Sounds reasonably legit so far, right? Um, complete quick, Complete a quick survey for a chance to receive a Medicare kit. Okay, what's a Medicare kit? I don't know. Tell us about your experience with United Healthcare and enter to win this exciting reward. Rewards are limited, so don't miss out. Okay, let's break this email down. First and foremost, the sender field up here, the field that indicates who the message is from, says underscore healthcare underscore. Okay, that's a little weird. One would have thought it would have been like surveys are us or something like that. So let's see what the actual email address is. care@capriolis.be. Okay, I'm not going to bother looking that up. Doesn't sound tremendously legit. Doesn't sound totally not legit, but it's a little sketch, so I'm going to call it a red flag. The subject line. The subject line says Medicare kit benefits, and the Medicare kit benefits each have these weird brackets around the M, the K, and the B. What's up with that? Why is that there? That's just weird. That's like a trick to try to get our attention, or maybe a trick to beat a spam filter. So that's pretty sketchy too. And then it says to care@capriolis.be. And if you remember, that was actually the return address. That was the sender address. So it's not addressed to me, which is very suspect. So red flag there. Coming down into the actual body of the message itself, United Healthcare. Hey, that's a company we all recognize, and that's their logo, right? Ooh, it's not their logo. That is what the United Healthcare logo looks like. And in fact, if we look at those two, you will see the one in the email is squashed. And it's also dark blue on black. Um, this is another one of those like corporate things, but the marketing department at United Healthcare would have an absolute cow if one of their subcontractors was squashing their logo. And also, I feel extremely confident that the style guide, which is a book that's used that has the rules for how a logo could be used, the style guide for United Healthcare almost certainly says that when the logo is on a dark field, like black, the logo should be white, not dark blue, because dark blue on black is hard to read. We can see from the example here that United Healthcare's actual logo is supposed to be white when it's on a dark field. And it's got the little registered trademark symbol. It's a small thing, but these companies are completely obsessed with their trade dress and their trademarks. So they love to put those little registered trademarks to remind everyone that United Healthcare is a term that may not be used except in conjunction with them. So whoever made this email has stolen their logo and their trade dress, and if United Healthcare knew about it, they would probably take action because it's a violation of their trademark. Okay, your experience is very important. Your opinion is important to us. Blah, 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 blah. Start investigation. Investigation? I thought they were asking me to fill out a survey. Why is that an investigation? This is one of those times when the word choice is kind of relevant. It's a little inconsistent in here, and therefore it's a red flag. Any internal lack of consistency is a red flag. And then they've got this thing. Okay, is this a Medicare kit? This looks like a lot of stuff to be given away for free or for in exchange for doing a survey. I mean, just the bag itself, is like at least $20, right? So this is a lot to get for completing a survey. So too good to be true. Okay, so what are our red flags here? First red flag, the sender name is a little sketchy. The subject line is very sketchy. Those brackets, what's up with those brackets? That's a weird thing to do in a subject line. So that's pretty sketchy. The receiver name, the receiver email address is not us. So that's pretty sketchy. The logo is not the actual logo for United Healthcare, and is used incorrectly according to United Healthcare's own style guidelines, which indicate that that logo should be white on a dark field. So it's not the actual company's logo, which makes it not legitimate and is an enormous red flag. Then it says, your opinion is important to us, complete a quick survey, and the button actually says start investigation, which is, once again, a strange inconsistency. A survey is not an investigation, really. To a native English speaker, survey and investigation are pretty different things. And then they've promised us a gift in exchange for our doing the survey or investigation, whichever it happens to be. And the thing that they picture looks like a pretty expensive thing, which falls into the too good to be true category. So we've got sketchy address, sketchy subject line, sketchy use of corporate trade dress. We have some wording inconsistencies, and we have a little bit of too good to be true. So, scam.